A good morrow to this fair assembly, my TJ scholars, and welcome to another week. It is Monday, November the 16th, and once again, that is not TJ's backyard behind me. So, where is Mr. Swanson? More on that in just a little bit. Friends, we have several things that we want to talk about today. First of all, a major congratulations to our third graders. Our third graders, you all may recall, they were the first really big group to come back to TJ. We'd had a couple other kids that had been in and out of TJ, but last week our third graders came back. Guys, they did a fantastic job. Even those first kids that came back to TJ like a couple months ago, man, they did awesome, right? Our third graders continued that. And so there are some lessons that we can learn from those third graders. Fourth and fifth graders, I am looking at you right now because big day for you tomorrow. You get to come back. So we are really excited to see you. But let's think about some of those lessons that our third graders can teach us. First of all, our third graders, friends, did a fantastic job of getting in TJ quickly because they knew exactly what entrance they were supposed to come in. So, fourth and fifth graders, we have sent this out. Your teachers have been talking to you about this. Let's make sure that we know what entrance we come in the building to, okay? So that's one. Secondly, we also know we need to mask up. As soon as we get to TJ, we've got to get our masks on. Again, third graders did a fantastic job with this, so let's continue that. We also want to be sure that as soon as we come in the building, we sanitize our hands. So you'll see that there are some hand sanitizing stations, so let's make sure we take care of that. That's a good way of protecting you and protecting other people too. And then finally, we know that when we are when we're in TJ, let's make sure that we are walking on the right side of the hall so that our shoulder is right up against the wall. That's how we need to get to our class. And that way it'll help for us to have some distance between us and the people on the other side of the hall. Now, also, friends, let's remember that on Mondays, which this is, we have virtual Mondays, and so every Monday there will be a couple things that you all do. You will have a 20, maybe a 30-minute morning meeting, just like the one that you either just had or the one that maybe you are about to have. You'll also have a couple hours of independent work that your teachers will go over with you, and then you also have an encore class, so let's remember to do all those things. Then let's also, friends, take a look at an exciting thing that we have coming up. Our student council is continuing an annual program where you all get a chance to write a letter to a soldier and wish that soldier happy holidays and happy new year. So that's a very cool thing. We'll get you the exact date on that due date, but it is coming up. So if you have any questions about that, see your student council representative for details, or you can ask Miss Hicks about it, okay? But we would love to see as many people as possible participating in that. So last week, friends, on our edition of the morning announcements and Where is Mr. Swanson, we had several of you that were able to figure it out. I was at Howard University in Washington, D.C. So Howard University is a historically black college, and it has any number of incredibly talented, famous alumni, including our vice president-elect, a lady who will be our new vice president, Kamala Harris. And we had a lot of classes that were talking that over, and they got it figured out. Way to go, Mrs. Land's class, Mrs. Dubois' class, Miss Epstein's class, Mrs. Newbert's class, Mrs. Flazier's class, Mrs. Fine's class, Mr. Weimeister's class, Mrs. Lauer and Miss Sheldon's class, Mrs. England's class, Mrs. Hughes' class. An interesting tidbit, somebody last week guessed that I was at the Electoral College. It's kind of been in the news lately, but no, there's no such place as the Electoral College. Your teachers can tell you about that. But nicely done. A lot of people got that one. All right, so where is Mr. Swanson now? So take a look behind me, friends. The sun makes it a little bit difficult, but I don't know if you can see. That is the Potomac River. Now, also, here's another one. I don't know that we're going to be able to see it real well, but there are some buildings behind me that are really almost about the only like skyscraper kind of thing in the Washington, D.C. area. There's a pretty good shot of it. So, where is Mr. Swanson? I'll give you another hint. Somewhere way, way back over there, maybe 1.5 miles or so, is Georgetown University. Okay? So here's the real question. You see behind me, guys, is a bridge. And it is a bridge that is going over the Potomac. Okay, so that bridge, that's where I am. So, where is Mr. Swanson? Talk it over, make a good guess, and I'll give a shout out to classes that get it figured out on next week's announcements. All right, boys and girls, let's get it started. Just like always, let's be safe, let's be respectful, let's be responsible. Just like every single day, no matter where we are, let's do some good today. Have a good one, friends.